Hello, everybody watching this review. Nate from Action Figure Hub here, reviewing the Iron Monger Build-A-Figure. I like this figure. Is it my favorite? Then no. It's not my favorite. But is it bad? No, it's not terrible. Sure, there's a few gripes that I have, but they're not bad. Overall, this figure's pretty good. I think it only took, 5 figures to make it? So that's decent. I don't know. I got this secondhand at a comic shop that I found. And I like this figure. It's got almost no paint. Almost none. But does it really need it? Look at the marbling that's in and how reflective the plastic is. Maybe a little bit of shading would have been nice. Maybe a little paint on the bottom of the foot or something. But I don't think it needed it. Maybe a little stuff on the knuckle. But I don't... What needed paint, which was this, and the lens, got it. I think this is a very, very nice figure. I like him quite the mooch. His articulation's good. This is as high as he looks up, so he can stare straight at you. I mean, his chest can lean back, so he can, do that type of deal. But he can also look down at you if he needs to. He's got a little bit of head side to side, considering that, the whole mechanism is just a ball joint. You can just pop that off. It's just a little ball and socket that pops right in the head. His shoulder moves out that far. There is no bicep. It may look like there is, but it's deceiving you. And the arm can only rotate this forward and this far back due to the shoulder pads inhibiting it. There is rotation at the elbow, but these cords will stop it. Not all the way, but hinder, I should say. But there's a nice joint that can go that far. There is no rotation, or no hinge. There is rotation at the wrist, but no hinge. This right up here rotates, does the whole side-to-side thing that the Sentinel does, and leans forward. Not very much at all. But the back, woohoo, leans back very far, very far. You can do that whole, that's. I don't know if you wanted to make it look like your Ironmonger got just smashed and is broken now, but you could be like, look, I'm broken, Ironmonger. I don't know. You can do whatever you want. Leg moves out to the side that far. Moves this far forward. You can see the nice sculpting at the bottom of the feet. There is a double-jointed double-jointed knee. There is a hinge slight there and a little bit of a pivot. I like this figure. Is it my favorite? No. I got it for $40, and that's how much I'd say it's worth. I found it for $40, so I copped it. I wasn't thinking about buying this Build-A-Figure anytime soon. And I just saw it in a comic shop. I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to need to get it anyway. It's nice and cheap here. It's reasonably priced. So, I got it. I was like, screw it. This is a good deal. I'm going to take advantage of the good deal. And guess what I did? I bought it. And hey, it's better than I expected. I'll say that. It is better than I thought. It's better than the Iron Man 1 figures that they released. That Iron Man 1, oof, that was rough times. If I recall, there was no Marvel Legends at the time. 2008. No, there was. Maybe. I think so. I don't know for sure. I was 5. What are you talking about, me? But, yeah, the Iron Man 1 figures are, they're special. But I hold a place for them in my heart because I have Iron Man 1 figures. Those are the first figures I remember actually playing with, and that I still have, was those movie figures. They were like Marvel Legends, except they weren't called Marvel Legends. I always thought I was super special because I had the Mark Iron Man where the suit was silver, so I thought it was like a War Machine before War Machine was an actual character. I'm just like, oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. And then, yeah, no way. I found that out recently too, because I looked at it and I'm like, wait a second, this isn't War Machine. What am I been telling myself for these past years of life? Ooh, sorry for that, guys. But I recommend them? Yeah, if you find him pretty cheap, I do recommend him. He's a pretty, pretty good Iron Man villain. I don't think he's done very much with his characters, but he is good. It's a good figure. Paint is minimal, but it works. Sculpting is very nice. I do like the sculpt. The articulation is what really brings this figure down. Could use better articulation. With the fact that it is a smaller Build-A-Figure, it isn't that big. Actually, I don't think I ever measured him in. So, what do you measure up to be? I'd guess around 7.5 to 8 inches tall. Yeah, just at 7.5. So, he's not the biggest figure, but he's not small either. He can get some pretty stoic poses in. I mean, if you want to just stoically pose him, then yeah, that works. Just get some stoic poses in. Or else, there's not many poses you can get him in unless he's flying. But there's not much detail that you can get to make him fly. But yeah, I recommend this figure. I would, yeah. I'd pay $45 at most, because that's how much he's worth, is around $45. I either got him for $30 to $35 to $40, somewhere in there. And yeah, I recommend getting him. I think it's a good figgy. It's a good figure. Very good figure. Sorry for talking like that. I find it funny, but it's not the best Build-A-Figure, but it's easily not the worst.